It was a sunny afternoon in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The birds were singing and the flowers were blooming. Alex, a curious 12-year-old, decided to explore his backyard. He loved spending time outside, especially when the sun was shining. Today felt different, though. There was a sense of adventure in the air. As Alex wandered around, he noticed something unusual near the old oak tree. At first, he thought it was just a strange shadow. But as he got closer, he realized it was something else entirely. Standing by the tree was an alien. The alien had shiny green skin that sparkled in the sunlight. Its big round eyes were filled with wonder as it looked around. It had 3 long arms and 2 legs, and it stood a little shorter than Alex. The creature wore a funny outfit made of colorful fabric that looked like it was from another world. Alex was amazed. He had read about aliens in books, but he never thought he would see one in real life. "Hello," Alex said, his voice shaky with excitement. He stepped closer, trying to hide his nervousness. "Are you an alien?" The alien turned its head quickly and stared at Alex. For a moment, they just looked at each other, unsure of what to do. Then the alien smiled, showing a row of tiny teeth. It spoke in a soft, melodic voice that sounded like music to Alex's ears. "Greetings, Earthchild. I am Zix. I come from the planet Zorlan. I am here to explore." Alex's heart raced. "You can talk. That's amazing. Why are you here?" Zix waved its arms excitedly. "I am curious about your planet and your kind. I want to learn about humans. You are very interesting." Alex grinned. "Wow, I'd love to show you around. This is my backyard. It's not very big, but there are a lot of cool things here." As they walked around, Zix pointed at everything with wonder. "What is that?" Zix asked, pointing to a colorful butterfly flitting nearby. "That's a butterfly. They are beautiful, aren't they?" Alex replied, feeling proud to share this with his new friend. Zix watched the butterfly closely, its eyes sparkling with curiosity. "Can it fly? Why does it have colors?" Alex explained, "Yes, it can fly. The colors help it blend in with flowers, and they are pretty too. They start as caterpillars and then change into butterflies." Zix listened intently, nodding its head. "Change. That is fascinating. I would like to see this process." "Sure. I can show you a caterpillar if you want," Alex said, excited to share more. They usually hide under the leaves. As they continued exploring, Zix asked many questions. "What do you eat?" it inquired, tilting its head. Alex thought for a moment. "Well, we eat lots of things like fruits, vegetables, and meat. I really like pizza." "Pizza? What is that?" Zix asked, its eyes wide with interest. "It's a round bread with sauce, cheese, and toppings. It's delicious." Alex replied, grinning. "Delicious. I must try this pizza," Zix exclaimed, bouncing with excitement. The two friends spent the afternoon laughing and sharing stories. Zix told Alex about its home planet, Zorlan, where the skies were purple and the trees were made of crystal. Alex listened, amazed by the descriptions. "What do you do for fun on Zorlan?" he asked. Zix replied, "We play games with light and music. We also learn about different planets. But I wanted to see Earth because I heard humans are very special." "Special? How?" Alex asked, intrigued. Zix explained, "You feel many emotions. You laugh, cry, and love. We are different on Zorlan. We learn but do not feel as deeply as you." Alex felt a sense of pride. "I guess we are pretty unique. I mean, emotions are a big part of being human. They make life exciting." As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the backyard, Alex and Zix sat down on the grass. They watched the sky change colors, turning from bright blue to warm orange and pink. It was a beautiful sight. "This is wonderful," Zix said, its voice soft. "Thank you for showing me your world, Alex." Alex smiled back, feeling happy. I'm glad you're here, Zix. You're my first alien friend. Zix beamed with joy. I feel the same. Let us learn more together. I want to know everything about you and your world. With that, Alex realized this was just the beginning of an amazing friendship. He never expected to meet an alien, and now he couldn't wait for the adventures that lay ahead. As the stars twinkled above, Alex and Zix sat together, dreaming about all the things they would discover in the days to come. The world was full of surprises, and they were ready to explore it together, sharing secrets. The sun rose brightly the next morning, filling Alex's room with warm light. He felt excited about his new friends, Zix. After their fun adventure in the backyard, Alex couldn't wait to learn more about the alien and share more about being human. As he rushed downstairs, he wondered what they would talk about today. Would Zix have more questions? Would it share more about its home planet? Alex's mind raced with ideas. After breakfast, he ran outside, searching for Zix. He found the alien sitting under the big oak tree, looking at a flower. Zix's big eyes were wide with wonder as it gently touched the petals. "Good morning, Zix," Alex called, waving. Zix turned, its face lighting up with a smile. "Good morning, Earthchild. This flower is very beautiful. What is its purpose?" Alex chuckled. "Flowers are here to look pretty and help plants make seeds. They attract bees and butterflies, which help in this process." "Bees, butterflies?" Zix asked, tilting its head. "What are these creatures?" Alex felt a thrill of excitement. "Come on, I'll show you." He led Zix through the garden, pointing out butterflies fluttering and bees buzzing around. Zix watched in amazement. They move so fast. How do they do that? Wings help them fly. Alex explained. They are important for nature. Bees help flowers grow by spreading pollen. Zix was fascinated. "You have so much life on your planet. It is wonderful." They sat down on the grass, and Alex knew it was time to share more about himself. "Zix, I want to tell you about human emotions. They are very important to us." "Emotions? What are those?" Zix asked, curious. Alex thought for a moment. "Emotions are feelings we have. They can be happy, sad, scared, or excited. They help us connect with others." Zix listened carefully, its eyes sparkling. "How do you feel these emotions?" Alex smiled. "Let me show you." He closed his eyes and took a deep breath. "I feel happy when I'm with friends and family. I feel sad when I lose something I care about." "Interesting," Zix said. "Can you feel these emotions in your body?" "Yeah," Alex replied. "When I'm happy, my heart feels light. When I'm sad, it feels heavy. It's like my body knows how I feel." Zix's eyes widened. "Your body feels these things. Fascinating. Do you have emotions?" Alex asked, wanting to learn more about Zix. Zix paused, thinking. "On Zorlan, we do not feel emotions the same way you do. We understand feelings, but they do not control us. We focus on learning and knowledge." Alex nodded. "That's different, but it must be nice to have a clear mind." Zix tilted its head. "But I want to learn about emotions. They seem important to you. Can you teach me?" Alex grinned. "Of course. Let's start with happy emotions. Think of something that makes you smile." Zix closed its eyes and thought. "I remember the moment I arrived on Earth and saw your smiling face. It made me feel good." "That's great." Alex cheered. "Now, what about sad emotions?" Zix frowned slightly. "Sad? I do not think I have felt sad." Alex thought hard. "What about when you left your home? Did you miss anyone?" Zix's expression changed. "I do miss my family. They are back on Zorlan. I want to learn more, but I also miss them." "See, that's sadness," Alex said softly. "But it's okay to feel that way. It shows you care." Zix nodded slowly, understanding. "I see. Emotions make you feel alive. They connect you to others. Yes, and they make life more interesting, Alex replied. Sometimes we cry when we're sad, and other times we laugh when we're happy. It's all part of being human. Zix looked thoughtful. I want to learn more about this laughter. How does it feel? Alex laughed. It feels light and joyful. When something is funny, we laugh. Let's watch a funny video together later. Zix's eyes brightened. Yes, I would like that very much. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, they continued to share stories. Alex told Zix about funny moments with his friends, and Zix shared tales from Zorlin. On my planet, we play games with light, Zix said, waving its hands. It is very exciting. I wish you could see it. I wish I could too. Maybe one day you can show me your home. Alex said. Yes, and you can teach me more about being human, Zix replied. As they talked, a bond grew between them. They were different, but their friendship was strong. Alex realized that sharing secrets and feelings made their friendship special. The day passed quickly, filled with laughter and learning. As the sun began to set, Alex knew this was just the start of their adventures together. They were two friends from different worlds, ready to explore the wonders of life side by side. A fun experiment. The next day, Alex woke up feeling excited. He had spent a great time with Zix, his alien friend. Their conversations about emotions and nature had made Alex think about how special their friendship was. But today, he had something new in mind, something that would help Zix learn more about humans. As he sat at the breakfast table, Alex wondered what Zix would say about his idea. After eating, he rushed outside, eager to see Zix. The alien was sitting under the oak tree again, studying a squirrel that was playing nearby. Hey, Zix, Alex called, waving his arms. I have an idea for today. Zix turned and smiled. Hello, Alex. What is your idea? I thought we could do a fun experiment. Alex said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. You can observe how my body works. It will help you understand humans better. Zix's eyes widened with curiosity. An experiment? That sounds amazing. What do you want to do? Alex explained. We can set up a little lab right here. You can ask me questions, and I'll show you how my body works. Zix bounced with joy. Yes, let us do this. They quickly gathered some things from around the yard. Alex found a big piece of paper and some markers. He drew a simple outline of a human body, labeling different parts like the heart, lungs, and brain. Zix watched closely, fascinated by Alex's drawings. Now, I will show you how my body works, Alex said, feeling a rush of excitement. Zix pointed to the drawing. What is the heart? How does it work? Alex placed his hand on his chest. This is my heart. It beats to pump blood throughout my body. It gives me energy and keeps me alive. He could feel his heart beating steadily. Can I hear it? Zix asked, its voice full of wonder. Of course. Alex replied. You can feel it too. Just place your hand here. He took Zix's hand and placed it on his chest. Zix's eyes grew wider as it felt the rhythmic thump. It is like a drum. How does it make this sound? Alex smiled. It makes this sound because it is working hard to pump blood. When I run or play, it beats faster. Run, play, Zix repeated, tilting its head. What is that? Let's go, Alex said, jumping up. He took Zix's hand and ran around the yard, laughing. Zix tried to keep up, its long arms waving in the air. After a few laps, they stopped, breathing heavily. Wow, this is fun, Zix exclaimed, panting slightly. I feel strange. My heart feels different. That's normal, Alex said, smiling. When you exercise, your heart works harder, just like mine. Zix looked thoughtful. So, if I understand correctly, this feeling is energy. Yes, That's right, Alex replied, feeling proud. Next, Alex wanted to show Zix how the lungs work. Let's try breathing. You can see how my lungs fill with air. He took a deep breath, filling his chest with air. Watch my stomach. It moves out when I breathe in, and in when I breathe out. Zix copied him, inhaling and exhaling slowly. This is fascinating. I can feel the air. Now let's do a little experiment with a balloon. Alex said, rushing to grab a balloon from his bag. What is a balloon? Zix asked, its eyes sparkling with curiosity. Alex inflated the balloon and said, This is a balloon. When I blow air into it, it gets bigger. This is like how my lungs work. Zix watched in amazement as the balloon grew. It is full of air. Can I try? Of course, Alex said, handing the balloon to Zix. Zix took a deep breath and blew into the balloon. It puffed up quickly. Zix laughed with delight. It is so fun to make it bigger. Yes, and when I breathe out, the air leaves my body, just like letting air out of the balloon, Alex explained. They spent the next hour doing experiments together. Alex showed Zix how muscles worked by flexing his arms. He explained that muscles help him lift things and move around. Zix was amazed to see Alex's muscles tighten and relax. How do you control these muscles? Zix asked, fascinated. I think about what I want to do, and my brain sends signals to my muscles to move. Alex replied. It's like a team working together. Zix's mind was filled with questions. Can I try to lift something? I want to see how muscles work. They found a small rock in the yard. Alex lifted it easily, showing Zix how to use his muscles. Now you try, he encouraged. Zix bent down and, with a little effort, lifted the rock. I feel power. This is incredible. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in beautiful shades of orange and pink, Alex and Zix sat down on the grass, feeling tired but happy. Thank you for this fun experiment, Alex, Zix said, its voice warm. I have learned so much today about your body. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alex replied, smiling. I had fun too. I never knew teaching could be this exciting. Together, they laughed and shared their discoveries, feeling closer than ever. They were two friends from different worlds, exploring the wonders of life side by side, ready for whatever adventures awaited them next. Amazing discoveries. The next day was bright and sunny again. Alex felt excited about what he and Zix would discover together. After their fun experiment, Alex realized that learning about each other was like opening a treasure chest filled with wonders. He couldn't wait for their next adventure. As Alex stepped outside, he saw Zix sitting on the grass, looking at the clouds. Its big eyes were wide with curiosity. Hello, Alex, Zix called, waving a long arm. Look at the clouds. They change shape quickly. What are they? Alex walked over, smiling. Those are clouds. They are made of tiny water droplets. Sometimes they look like animals or other shapes. Animals? Zix asked, tilting its head. Can we catch them? Alex laughed. No, we can't catch clouds, but we can imagine what they look like. Let's lie down and find shapes. They both laid back on the soft grass, staring up at the sky. Alex pointed. Look, that one looks like a dragon. Zix squinted, trying to see. I see it, and that one over there looks like a spaceship. They giggled together, enjoying the playful moment. I love this game, Zix said happily. What else can we discover today? Alex thought for a moment. How about we explore the garden again? There are many plants and insects that can teach you more about Earth. Great idea, Zix replied, bouncing to its feet. They walked to the flower bed, where colorful flowers were blooming. These are flowers, Alex explained. They attract bees and butterflies, and they smell nice too. Zix bent down, taking a deep breath. It smells sweet. How does the flower make this smell? Alex smiled. Flowers release scent to attract insects. They help with pollination, which helps them grow seeds. It's all part of nature. Zix touched a flower gently. Nature is incredible. Everything works together. Suddenly, a butterfly fluttered by, landing on a nearby flower. Alex pointed excitedly. Look at the butterfly. It's so pretty. Zix watched in awe. Can I touch it? Alex nodded. But be gentle. Butterflies are fragile. Zix carefully extended its long finger toward the butterfly. It landed on Zix's finger, and Zix's face lit up with joy. It is so delicate. What is its purpose? The butterfly helps plants grow, just like the bees. They spread pollen while flying from flower to flower. Alex explained. Fascinating, Zix exclaimed. I want to learn more about these creatures. They continued exploring the garden, observing different insects. They found a busy ant carrying a crumb many times its size. Alex crouched down, watching it closely. Look at how hard it works. Ants are strong and work together in groups. Zix watched in amazement. They can carry such heavy things. I wish to learn about their teamwork. Alex smiled. Ants communicate with each other. They work as a team to find food and protect their home. Teamwork is important, Zix said. On Zorlan, we also work together, but in different ways. What do you mean? Alex asked, curious about Zix's home. Zix explained, we share knowledge and ideas. When we discover something new, we share it with everyone. It helps us grow as a community. That sounds amazing. Alex said, sharing knowledge is like building a bridge between friends. As they moved deeper into the garden, they stumbled upon a small pond. Wow! Look at the water, Alex exclaimed. There are fish and frogs in here. Zix leaned over, peering into the water. What are those creatures? The fish swim in the water, and frogs can jump on land and swim in the water too, Alex explained. Zix watched a fish swim gracefully. They are beautiful. How do they live in water? Alex knelt down, picking up a small pebble. Fish breathe underwater through gills. They need water to live. Frogs have a different life. They start as tadpoles in the water and later grow legs to hop on land. That is amazing, Zix said, fascinated. I wish to see a tadpole. I can show you, Alex replied. There are some in the pond during spring. Maybe we can come back later. As they continued to explore, Alex and Zix came across a tall tree. This is an oak tree, Alex said, looking up. It's very strong and can live for many years. The leaves help produce oxygen for us to breathe. Zix looked at the tree in awe. It is huge. Can we climb it? Alex grinned. Yes, I love climbing trees. With that, they began to climb. Alex showed Zix how to find good branches to hold onto. Zix followed closely, its long arms reaching for the branches. When they reached a sturdy branch, they sat down, looking out over the garden. The view was beautiful. Wow, I can see everything from up here, Zix said, amazed. Yes, it's a whole new world. Alex replied, feeling proud. As they sat in the tree, Zix turned to Alex, its eyes shining. Thank you for sharing all these amazing discoveries with me, Alex. You make learning so much fun. Alex smiled back. I'm glad we're friends, Zix. There's so much more to learn together. With the sun shining brightly and a gentle breeze blowing, they felt a sense of joy and excitement. Their friendship had turned into a wonderful adventure filled with discoveries. They knew there would be many more adventures ahead, and they were ready to explore them together. Understanding weakness. The next day brought a cool breeze and a bright sky, perfect for another adventure. Alex felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He and Zix had learned so much about each other, but today he wanted to talk about something different, something that could be a little difficult. As Alex stepped outside, he found Zix sitting on the porch, looking at a small insect crawling across the ground. "Hello, Zix," Alex called, waving. "What are you studying today?" Zix looked up with a smile. "I am watching this insect. It is very small and seems weak, yet it is moving with purpose. It is fascinating." Alex nodded. "It is interesting to think about. Sometimes things that seem weak can be strong in their own way." Zix tilted its head, intrigued. "What do you mean, Alex?" Alex took a deep breath, knowing it was time for a serious conversation. "Today, I want to talk about weakness. Everyone has weaknesses, even humans. It's a part of life." Zix looked puzzled. "Weakness. Why is it important to understand?" "Because it helps us grow," Alex explained. "When we recognize our weaknesses, we can learn to be better and stronger." "Can you give me an example?" Zix asked, curious. Alex thought for a moment. "Well, I sometimes struggle in school. Math can be hard for me, and I feel frustrated. That's a weakness I have." Zix nodded slowly. "So, when you find something difficult, you feel weak." "Exactly. But I try to improve. I ask for help from teachers or friends. I practice until I get better," Alex replied. "I see," Zix said. "On Zorlan, we also have challenges, but we focus on our strengths. We avoid our weaknesses. Is that wrong?" Alex smiled gently. "No, it's not wrong, but understanding weaknesses can make us stronger. It's okay to ask for help. Everyone has things they find hard." Zix considered this for a moment. "So you think it is important to face weaknesses?" "Yes, facing them makes us brave," Alex said. "Let me show you." Alex suggested they do an activity together to help Zix understand better. "Let's try something challenging. We can try to build a small tower with these blocks," he said, pointing to a set of colorful blocks. "That sounds fun," Zix exclaimed, eager to join in. They gathered the blocks and began building a tower. At first, it was easy, and they stacked the blocks higher and higher. But soon, the tower began to wobble. "Oh no," Alex said as the tower collapsed with a loud crash. "We were doing so well." Zix looked disappointed. "I feel weak. I could not keep it standing." "That's okay," Alex reassured. "It happens to everyone. Let's try again. We can learn from this." They started to rebuild the tower. This time, Alex explained how to create a strong base. "If we make the bottom wide, it will be more stable," he said, demonstrating with the blocks. Zix listened carefully. "I understand. A strong foundation helps everything stay up." As they worked together, Zix made a mistake, accidentally knocking over a few blocks. "I feel frustrated," it said, its voice low. Alex placed a hand on Zix's shoulder. "It's okay to feel that way. Remember, every mistake is a chance to learn. Let's take a break and talk about it." Zix sighed but nodded. "I want to learn, but I feel like I am not good at this." "That's your weakness speaking," Alex said gently. "But you're doing great. It takes practice to get better at anything." Zix looked thoughtful. "So, weakness is not bad. It can be part of learning." "Exactly. Embracing our weaknesses helps us grow," Alex said, smiling. "You're not alone in feeling this way. Everyone has something they struggle with, even the strongest people." Zix smiled back, feeling a little better. "Thank you for helping me understand, Alex. I want to be brave like you. Let's try building the tower again, and this time, we'll support each other," Alex said, feeling excited. They began again, encouraging each other as they stacked the blocks. Slowly, the tower grew taller. Zix focused on being steady, and Alex helped by pointing out which blocks to use. After some time, they stepped back to admire their creation. "Look at our tower," Alex cheered. "It's tall and strong." Zix's eyes widened in joy. "We did it together. I feel proud." "You should. This shows that facing challenges together makes us stronger. Alex said, "We learned from our mistakes and kept trying." As they stood by their tower, Zix looked up at Alex. "I understand now, Alex. Weakness is a part of life, and it helps us become better." "Exactly, Zix. And remember, it's okay to ask for help when you need it," Alex replied, feeling proud of his friend. With a sense of accomplishment, they decided to celebrate their success. "Let's go to the backyard and enjoy some ice cream," Alex suggested. "Yes, that sounds amazing," Zix said, its eyes sparkling with excitement. As they walked toward the house, both friends felt a little closer than before. They had shared important lessons about weakness, strength, and friendship. Together, they knew they could face any challenge, making their bond even stronger. Learning together. The following day dawned bright and cheerful, with birds chirping and the sun shining high in the sky. Alex felt a sense of excitement as he prepared for another adventure with Zix. After their deep discussions about weakness, he realized how much they could learn together. As he stepped outside, he saw Zix sitting on the porch again, looking at the colorful flowers in the garden. "Good morning, Zix," Alex called, waving. "What are you thinking about today?" "Good morning, Alex," Zix replied, turning to him with a big smile. "I was admiring these flowers. They are so beautiful and colorful, but I want to learn more about them. Why do they have different colors?" "That's a great question," Alex said, excited to share more knowledge. "Flowers have different colors to attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. Each color attracts different kinds of insects. It helps the flowers grow and reproduce." Zix nodded, absorbing the information. "So the colors help them survive." "Exactly. It's nature's way of making sure they keep living," Alex explained. "Would you like to learn about how flowers grow?" "Yes, please," Zix said eagerly. "Let's go into the garden and look closely," Alex suggested. They walked over to a patch of blooming flowers, bending down to inspect them. "See these petals?" Alex pointed to a bright red flower. "They are colorful and soft. Inside the flower, there are parts that help make seeds." Zix touched a petal gently. "They feel smooth. How do they make seeds?" Alex explained. "When a bee visits a flower, it carries pollen from one flower to another. This helps the flower make seeds. Then the seeds can grow into new plants." "Fascinating," Zix exclaimed. "On Zorlan, we grow our food in special gardens too. But we do it with light and energy, not seeds." "That sounds interesting. I'd love to learn about that sometime," Alex replied. "For now, let's talk about another part of nature, trees." "Trees? Yes, I want to learn about them too," Zix said, bouncing with excitement. Alex led Zix to a tall oak tree nearby. "This is an oak tree, and it's very strong. It provides shade, shelter for animals, and even clean air for us to breathe." Zix looked up at the tree in awe. "It is so big. How long do trees live?" Alex thought for a moment. "Some trees can live for hundreds of years. They grow slowly but get very strong over time." Zix was fascinated. "On Zorlan, we also respect our trees. They are alive like us." Alex smiled. "That's great. Trees are important for our planet. They give us oxygen and homes for many animals." Just then, they heard a rustling noise in the bushes nearby. Curious, they walked over to investigate. Suddenly, a small rabbit hopped out, stopping to stare at them with big eyes. "Look, Zix, a rabbit," Alex whispered excitedly. Zix knelt down, observing the rabbit closely. "It looks so soft and fast. What does it eat?" "Rabbits eat grass and vegetables," Alex explained. "They are very quick because they need to escape from predators. They have strong legs for running." Zix watched the rabbit intently. "What happens if it gets caught?" "Then it becomes food for other animals, like foxes or hawks," Alex replied. "It's a part of the circle of life." Zix pondered this. So, everything in nature has a role. It is all connected. Exactly. Nature is a big system where everything relies on each other, Alex said, feeling proud of Zix's understanding. As they continued exploring, they decided to visit the pond again. Let's see if we can find some frogs or fish today, Alex suggested. When they reached the pond, they sat quietly, waiting. After a few moments, they spotted a frog sitting on a lily pad. There's a frog, Zix pointed, excited. Can we catch it? Let's not scare it, Alex said softly. Instead, let's observe it. They watched the frog for a while. It hopped into the water and resurfaced, catching a fly with its long tongue. Wow, that was quick, Zix exclaimed. It is so good at catching food. Yes, frogs are skilled hunters, Alex said. They have to eat to survive, just like all living things. Zix's eyes sparkled with wonder. I want to learn how to catch food too. All right, let's try a fun activity, Alex suggested. How about we build a small fishing pole and see if we can catch a fish together? Zix clapped its hands in delight. Yes, let's do it. They gathered some sticks, string, and a small hook. Alex showed Zix how to tie the string to the stick to make a simple fishing pole. This will help us catch fish if we're patient, he explained. Zix focused carefully, following Alex's instructions. I love learning new things. This is like magic. Once their fishing pole was ready, they sat by the water's edge and cast the line into the pond. They waited quietly, watching the water for any movement. As they waited, Zix spoke up. What if we don't catch anything? Alex smiled. That's okay. Sometimes, learning is about the experience, not just the result. Zix nodded, understanding. So, even if we don't catch a fish, we are still learning together. Yes, and that's what makes it special, Alex said. After some time, they felt a tug on the line. I think I got something, Alex shouted excitedly, reeling it in slowly. With a splash, a small fish jumped out of the water. Alex and Zix cheered with joy. We did it, Alex exclaimed, holding the fish up. Zix clapped its hands. This is amazing. We caught our food. Alex smiled proudly. Now we can learn how to take care of it before releasing it back into the pond. As they carefully placed the fish back into the water, they both felt a sense of accomplishment. They had learned so much together that day about nature, teamwork, and the importance of patience. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the garden, Alex turned to Zix. Today was wonderful. We learned a lot, and I'm glad we shared this experience. Me too, Alex. Learning together is the best, Zix replied, smiling brightly. With hearts full of joy and minds filled with new knowledge, the two friends headed back home, ready for whatever adventures awaited them next. Zix knelt down, observing the rabbit closely. It looks so soft and fast. What does it eat? Rabbits eat grass and vegetables, Alex explained. They are very quick because they need to escape from predators. They have strong legs for running. Zix watched the rabbit intently. What happens if it gets caught? Then it becomes food for other animals, like foxes or hawks, Alex replied. It's a part of the circle of life. Zix pondered this. So, everything in nature has a role. It is all connected. Exactly. Nature is a big system where everything relies on each other, Alex said, feeling proud of Zix's understanding. As they continued exploring, they decided to visit the pond again. Let's see if we can find some frogs or fish today, Alex suggested. When they reached the pond, they sat quietly, waiting. After a few moments, they spotted a frog sitting on a lily pad. There's a frog, Zix pointed, excited. Can we catch it? Let's not scare it, Alex said softly. Instead, let's observe it. They watched the frog for a while. It hopped into the water and resurfaced, catching a fly with its long tongue. "Wow, that was quick," Zix exclaimed. "It is so good at catching food." "Yes, frogs are skilled hunters," Alex said. "They have to eat to survive, just like all living things." Zix's eyes sparkled with wonder. "I want to learn how to catch food too." "All right, let's try a fun activity," Alex suggested. "How about we build a small fishing pole and see if we can catch a fish together?" Zix clapped its hands in delight. "Yes, let's do it." They gathered some sticks, string, and a small hook. Alex showed Zix how to tie the string to the stick to make a simple fishing pole. "This will help us catch fish if we're patient," he explained. Zix focused carefully, following Alex's instructions. "I love learning new things. This is like magic." Once their fishing pole was ready, they sat by the water's edge and cast the line into the pond. They waited quietly, watching the water for any movement. As they waited, Zix spoke up. "What if we don't catch anything?" Alex smiled. "That's okay. Sometimes learning is about the experience, not just the result." Zix nodded, understanding. "So even if we don't catch a fish, we are still learning together." "Yes, and that's what makes it special," Alex said. After some time, they felt a tug on the line. "I think I got something," Alex shouted excitedly, reeling it in slowly. With a splash, a small fish jumped out of the water. Alex and Zix cheered with joy. "We did it," Alex exclaimed, holding the fish up. Zix clapped its hands. "This is amazing. We caught our food." Alex smiled proudly. "Now we can learn how to take care of it before releasing it back into the pond." As they carefully placed the fish back into the water, they both felt a sense of accomplishment. They had learned so much together that day about nature, teamwork, and the importance of patience. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the garden, Alex turned to Zix. "Today was wonderful. We learned a lot, and I'm glad we shared this experience." "Me too, Alex. Learning together is the best," Zix replied, smiling brightly. With hearts full of joy and minds filled with new knowledge, the two friends headed back home, ready for whatever adventures awaited them next. A stronger friendship. As the days passed, Alex and Zix grew closer. They had shared many adventures, learned about each other's worlds, and discovered the beauty of friendship. With each new experience, their bond became stronger. Today felt special. Alex wanted to do something memorable for his friend. "Zix, today is the perfect day for an adventure," Alex exclaimed one sunny morning. He could see Zix sitting on the porch, looking out at the garden. "What do you have in mind?" Zix asked, its eyes sparkling with excitement. "I want to create a treasure hunt. We can explore and solve clues together. It will be fun," Alex said, bouncing with enthusiasm. Zix clapped its hands, thrilled by the idea. "That sounds amazing. I love solving puzzles. What do we need to do?" "First, we need to make clues and hide them around the garden," Alex explained. "Each clue will lead to the next, and at the end, there will be a surprise." Zix nodded, ready to help. "Let's make it special." They quickly got to work. Alex wrote down clues on small pieces of paper, while Zix helped find the best hiding spots in the garden. They laughed and joked as they placed clues near the flowers, under rocks, and even inside the hollow of a tree. After they hid the last clue, Alex said, "Now for the final treasure. I made something special for you, Zix." Zix looked curious. "What is it?" Alex pulled out a small box wrapped in colorful paper. "Open it when you find the last clue." "I can't wait," Zix replied, feeling excited. "Let's start the treasure hunt," Alex said, handing Zix the first clue. Zix read the clue aloud. "To find your next hint, look where the flowers bloom bright, beneath the petals. A clue is in sight." "Let's go," Alex cheered, and they ran to the flower bed, searching eagerly. Zix spotted the next clue hidden beneath a vibrant blue flower. "Here it is," Zix exclaimed, holding it up triumphantly. They continued the hunt, following each clue. Alex guided Zix as they raced from one spot to another. The excitement in the air made their hearts race with joy. As they solved each clue, they shared funny stories about their lives. Zix told Alex about the unique creatures on Zorlan and how they all worked together. Alex shared his experiences in school and the fun times he had with his friends. "This is the best day ever," Zix said, laughing. "I love learning about your world." "And I love learning about yours too," Alex replied. "We are making great memories." After solving the final clue, Zix read it aloud. "The treasure is near. It shines bright. Find it under the old tree, where we saw the butterflies take flight." They rushed to the old tree, excitement bubbling within them. When they reached the tree, Zix spotted the box hiding in the roots. "There it is," it shouted, jumping up and down with glee. With a big smile, Zix carefully picked up the box and opened it. Inside was a beautiful friendship bracelet made of colorful beads. "Oh, Alex, this is so wonderful," Zix exclaimed, holding the bracelet up. "I made it for you," Alex said proudly. "Each color represents a different adventure we had together. I thought it would remind us of our friendship." Zix's eyes sparkled with joy. "Thank you. This means so much to me. I will wear it every day." Alex smiled back, feeling happy. "And I have one too. I made one for myself, so we'll always be connected." As they each put on their bracelets, they felt a warmth in their hearts. It was more than just a piece of jewelry. It was a symbol of their friendship and all they had learned together. "I feel like we are stronger together," Zix said, looking at Alex. "We help each other learn and grow." "Yes, together, we can face anything," Alex replied, feeling proud of their bond. With their treasure hunt complete, they decided to relax under the old tree, enjoying the shade it provided. As they sat together, Zix leaned back and sighed contentedly. "This has been a perfect day, Alex. Thank you for everything." Alex smiled warmly. "Thank you too, Zix. I've learned so much from you. You are a great friend. I want to learn even more about Earth and your world," Zix said eagerly. "There are still so many things to discover." "And I want to learn more about Zorlan," Alex added. "I can't wait to hear more stories about your adventures." As they chatted, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves above them. The world around them felt peaceful, and they both realized how lucky they were to have each other as friends. "Let's promise to always support each other, no matter what," Zix said, its voice sincere. "Absolutely. Friends forever," Alex declared, extending his pinky finger. Zix wrapped its long finger around Alex's, sealing their promise. In that moment, they knew their friendship was something special. It had grown stronger through learning, adventures, and shared experiences. Together, they would continue to explore, learn, and support each other through every challenge life brought their way. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the garden, Alex and Zix sat side by side, feeling grateful for their friendship and all the amazing adventures that lay ahead.